On this James the Bike Guy, we're taking a look at the 2020 SE Racing OM Flyer 26. This is a throwback and a tribute bike to the founder of SE Racing. So we're going to go over some of the features and designs of this bike, as well as find out exactly what it weighs. But before we get started, be sure to hit that subscribe button. That way you can see more videos like this into the future. The founder of SE Racing, and arguably one of the founders of BMX in America, was Scot. So Scot used to be called the Old Man, and this bike is a throwback to him because the OM Flyer stands for Old Man Flyer. And this bike goes back to many of the pieces of heritage in the SE Racing lineup, as well as being a really sick looking throwback bike. Now this bike, of course, is going to be made out of chromoly tubing. It's going to have one of the toughest landing gear forks around. And then, of course, double-walled rims, all designed to make this a beast for out riding on the streets. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the features of this bike. And we'll start off with the chromoly frame. So this is 100% chromoly tubing. It's 4130 chromoly, which is some very good stuff. And then it's going to run the landing gear full chromoly fork. So the fork blades, the steer tube, everything's chromoly on this bike, and it's going through on a threadless 1.125" headset, and it's going to be running a retro top load alloy stem. So this is an alloy stem. It's got an engraved SE Racing logo, as you can see in there, just underneath the pad, and that's connected up to the big honkin' CrMo cruiser bar. This bar has 29 inches of width, a rise of 6 inches. It's got a back sweep of 10 degrees and an up sweep of 1, and it feels absolutely awesome. It's a nice throwback to the cruiser bars back in the day. Now the grips, of course, are going to be a special edition just for this. These are the Mushroom 2 grips from ODI. They've got the SE donuts on the end, and they're very soft and feel pretty awesome in the hand. Speaking of which, you're of course going to have a Tektro brake lever for the rim brakes on this bike. Tektro lever is the 316A, which is an alloy lever, and that's operating a Tektro rear caliper, the 930 AL aluminum caliper. Now for a crankset on the bike, you've got an SE Racing V-Ridge crank. This is a 3-piece crank that goes through an American type bottom bracket that's actually sealed. It runs a 39-tooth alloy SE Racing chainring, and then it's going to, of course, have the Bear Claw SE pedals on it. I should also mention these are super long cranks at 180 millimeters in length. For a chain, this is running the KMC S1 chain, which is super strong chain, a 17-tooth freewheel on the back, and that's being run on top of SE Mohawk alloy hubs, 36-hole high flange hubs that are running double-walled rims front and rear, and then these black stainless steel spokes. So this is a really dialed wheel set. As far as tires are concerned, these of course are some V rubber Racing Cub tires in a 26 by 2.0, and it's going to have an SE Flyer seat with an SE bottle opener brace in the back that's running on this beautiful gold 25.4 seat post with micro adjust angle for the saddle so you can get it tipped down for when you're doing wheelies. Now of course it's going to be set up with rear pegs, that way somebody can ride along with you. And these are the SE wheelie pegs. It also gives a nice place for your feet to go to. The last piece to talk about is of course going to be the plate. So up here you've got the SE Racing rad plate, which is pretty sick. You can put your stickers, whatever you want on it. And then of course it's having the lightning bolt pad set, which is gorgeous on this bike. I absolutely love the color palette. They call this an electric blue color, and it really looks awesome with all the gold. And it's running a 22-inch frame size, so it's going to be a really healthy frame size. You don't have to worry about it being too small. So now let's find out what this thing weighs. So the actual weight of the OM Flyer comes out at 32.19 pounds. Thanks for watching this video on the SE Racing OM Flyer. Go ahead and let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. This bike's been super hard to get a hold of with all the changes at SE, but it's really sick to see one of these in person, and I hope you get a chance to check one out.